Welcome to Transforming the Toddler Years, a Core 4 parenting podcast for conscious, cycle-breaking parents ready to turn toddler tantrums into teachable moments. Hi, I'm Cara Tyrrell, a lifetime lover of littles, mom to 2 grown and flown girls, and an early childhood educator. Through the show, I teach you my collaborative parenting methodology for nurturing your little human's mind, body, and spirit. Because how you connect and collaborate in the first 5 years is how you raise happy, healthy kids who grow into the best version of themselves and find true success in school and life. Welcome back to the show. Today we're talking about Halloween. This is a really interesting time of year, right? We are entering holiday season. Halloween followed quickly by Thanksgiving and then Christmas, Hanukkah, Kwanzaa, so many holidays. And last year on the show, I did a Halloween episode and I talked about the emotional connection, the fear-based, the anxiety-based kids who needed some extra support, some extra love to really navigate the season. This year, I want to talk about a new question, and I'm fascinated by it. Honestly, I'm kind of amazed by the number of parents who are asking this question. My toddler keeps asking me, trying on costumes, right? My toddler keeps asking me, am I still me if I'm wearing a costume? What a fascinating question, right? When we crack the hood and we look into that little brain, we think about identity a lot. You want to be raising a child that has a strong sense of identity, of self, of who am I, and those morals and those values and those connection points. So the fact that so many toddlers, specifically those kids are somewhere between 3 and 4, I'm finding, are asking, am I still me when I put on my Superman mask? Is really an insight into the way that they're developing. And how are you answering that? So that's what we're going to talk about today. Identity. We talk to our kids a lot about make-believe, about pretend play, about creative thinking and creative play. This is no different, right? If you have a kiddo that loves to be creative, that picks up a pen and turns it magically into a sword or a lightsaber, that's creative play. That pen is still a pen. The lightsaber is the imaginative part, the growth phase, the abstract thinking, and that creative space that they're creating for themselves. So ideally, if you have kids you can tap back towards that. They need reference points. They need anchor points. So if someone is saying to you, your little one is saying, am I still me when I put on my Superman mask? Bring them back to that. Remember when you were pretending that the pencil was a lightsaber? Was it really still a pencil? Yeah. Yeah, you're still you. This is a pretend moment. This is a creative space moment. You got to choose this costume. You're excited about it. You sure do love Spider-Man. You get to pretend that you're Spider-Man for a couple hours. That's pretty cool, right? Help them ground into that. Pretending is a skill that, quite honestly, is getting lost. I find as adults, we don't mean to, but we often kind of support the idea that things are what they are, that we want to hold tight to that. No, that's not a lightsaber, that's a pencil. That we ground them into this object is what it represents. It is what its function is. So this is a great space to play. Another question I've been getting, and this is really fun. I love this one. My child has made up a costume. They want to be a rainbow butterfly unicorn. That's not a thing. Well, it can be. How abstract is that? How creative is that? A rainbow butterfly unicorn. The best part about those particular ones, aside from the fact that you usually have to make them, and if that's not your thing, that can be like really? I can't just hit the button and have this thing delivered to my house, is that you can invite your child to be part of the making process. And again, don't get too particular. In your head, you know what a rainbow looks like and what a butterfly shape is and where the unicorn horn goes. If you're engaging with your child and this is their creative pretend space and they put it somewhere that you don't think it goes, okay. Or they leave out a color of the rainbow, okay. Or they put the things together in a way that you wouldn't have thought of. Maybe for them, it's as simple as, I have a rainbow hat upstairs, and I'll put a picture of a unicorn on my shirt. For them, that might be enough. Let it be enough. This identity piece, right? You are in connection with them. You're collaborating with them. That is everything that we do here at Core 4 Parenting. So let their ideas, their creativity come to you and then support them inside of it. This is how they're choosing to represent themselves that night or that afternoon or at trunk or treat or however it is that you are safely going out and doing this experience. So one more thing about this Halloween. If it's their identity that we really want to support, and so many kids are asking questions about it, and it's the costume that they wear, and so many kids have ideas in their head of what that looks like, what about your kids who really want to lean into something spooky or gory or what you would deem inappropriate for a toddler to wear for Halloween? Or maybe it's that their friends are wearing those costumes and they don't know how to make sense of that. You know, it's a great space to practice inclusivity. We are very siloed. As parents, we feel very alone. Our kids are always feeling like they're, headed to the next thing they have to check the box on. Opportunities to practice inclusion. That is how this person chose to represent themselves this evening. But they're still Joey underneath. He's still your buddy. You didn't choose that costume. You wouldn't have chosen that costume, and that's okay. But it's also okay that he did and that his parents made that decision. If you have kids who are pushing 2 years old, who are 3 years old, who are 4 years old, one of the things that you are quickly headed towards is the fact that the choices other people make will become part of the nurture environment for your child. And it's so easy to fall into a judgment space. But if you can start right now, just on this one day of the year, with a simple statement, that's not a decision we make in this household, but it's okay that it's a decision they make in theirs. Some permission-based and some choice-based statements. Then you are setting the stage for when that child comes to you and says, well, Donna has Doritos in her lunchbox, I want them too. Right? We can have that conversation later. Set it now. What if your kid is the one who wants to go ultra spooky and you're not super comfortable about it? Well, that's a conversation to have. But ultimately, it is a family decision. And if you and your partner decide it's too scary, too spooky for their age bracket, then that's a decision that you make and you deliver that information. We feel that you aren't old enough to have that scary a mask. It makes us feel uncomfortable to look at you that way. Who else could you pretend to be for one night? Always keep them involved in the conversation. But you are at the point, if you've got toddlers and they have voices and they have opinions and they have ideas and they have pictures in their head of the way they want things to go, that your superpower, your one best strategy, is the ability to have a conversation about it that is judgment-free and allows everyone to share what they think and how they feel as a group decision is made. This is really hard stuff. It's really easy to fall back into programming that we grew up with. The because I said so's. The because I decided that for you. And I'm not saying that that's never a space that we hold as collaborative parents. There are times that we have to just say, it is my decision because it's a safety choice. The costume that they wear is not really a safety decision. It's a preference decision. And so if you really want to work on these skills, then my Transforming the Toddler Years course is the right answer for you. You may already know that I'm currently in the process of updating the course, adding a whole bunch more science-based information, a whole bunch more soul-based connection information to the course, and I'm pre-recording it for you. And by the new year, you will have an opportunity to purchase the course and work through it on your own time and pop into group coaching sessions if you need a little support, module by module. I'm so excited about it because it's a resource that I know you want, and it's a resource that I can provide. So if that's something you're interested in, DM me on Instagram. Come over, follow me there, DM me on Instagram and say, please let me know when your pre-recorded course is ready. I'll put you on the list. I am wishing you a fun, engaging, identity-filled, creative, pretend evening on Halloween. A family building experience where you all come home feeling like it was a good one. Until our next episode, stay mindful and proactive as we transform the toddler years.